I just want to be the most clean-cut, professional country boy from Tennessee who ever existed. I want to be the most diverse artist that ever existed. I want to be the dude who fucking killed country, killed rock, killed rap. I want to be that dude where they were like, how the fuck did he go from being a broke ass painter with no high school education to being this motherfucking crazy ass weird musician guy who can fucking make anything and speaks to people's soul and makes you believe in yourself through a song. That's what I want to be known for. I don't give a fuck about my cars. I don't give a fuck about real estate. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm fat, ugly, got too many fucking tattoos, teeth are fucked up. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Because there's one thing you cannot deny, that I'm a hard fucking worker and I'm good at what I do. And I want to be greater and I want to work harder in the future. I don't ever want to backtrack. I'm not the backtracking kind of guy. And even after I'm dead, I still don't want to backtrack. I want motherfuckers to be like, who in the fuck was this dude? And why in the fuck did I know about this guy when he was alive? That's what I want to be. And that's what I will be.
I was born May the 24th, 1991 in Nashville, Tennessee at Baptist Hospital. At that time, we lived on Pond Creek Road, and we lived in this little tiny trailer that we rented from a guy named Paddlefoot. God, I think that thing was like 30 years old. It had horrible carpet. It was not good. But it was fun living on Pond Creek Road. Back then, things were a lot different than they are now. You knew your neighbors. You knew, heck, half your family lived on, the same street. You didn't have to worry so much when your kid played out in the yard and things like that like you do now. It's a very different place right now, but it was a much more friendly place back then. When he was 16 years old, he would help my dad with his paint company. He would work with his dad sometimes. He did odd jobs here and there at a pretty young age, but he started writing lyrics down about that age, and until he used to carry around this toolbox, just one of the metal toolboxes that you put all your paintbrushes and stuff like that in. He would carry that around, and while he was out, if something came to him, he would write it down on whatever he had, whether it be a little piece of wood, or if he could find a piece of paper, he'd write it on the back of an invoice or something. But the thing was packed full with lyrics to so many songs that are just lost now. We don't know what happened to it. Well, he might know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. But I knew how serious he was when he started carrying that around with him and everywhere he went. He actually came to me one day and told me, Mama, I want to be a country singer. And I said, do it, baby. Do it. And I always would tell them, if you really want to do something bad enough, you can make something.
But Ryan, he started the Vine thing. Well, at that time when he had the Vine stuff, I always have something different. It's always some bullshit piece of shit. But I'll always be doing burnouts or whatever. Well, Ryan started filming his Vine videos as a comedian. Being funny, always just kind of laughing and cutting up and being goofy. Well, then, we started throwing in riding dirt bikes, floors, and some of the Vine videos. And then we had some of my pieces of shit. And hell, he already know he can gas me up to a burnout and something, you know what I mean? Even if it was my daily, that's all I had. I'd doing a burnout in. Especially, hell, you gonna film it? Fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna do a burnout in this. He was doing the Vine thing, and then he started doing kind of get a little dabbling in the music and stuff around the Vine time started happening. But then I remember when he was in the Vine stuff, there was a couple people that would stick out during the Vine days. You know what I mean? That would become famous for their Vine stuff. Well, I didn't really care how. I was like, that's computer stuff. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? But Ryan, I could see he was getting more and more into that and watching their videos and kind of seeing, what they're doing and just different things like that. But the Vine days was fun. And then one time we called this dude and told him his two-wheel drive truck was on the cover of 4x4 magazine. And this dude was so gullible that he believed us. We prank called him. Man, and we knew we was gonna see this dude probably that afternoon or the afternoon after that. And man, we done that and never told him. Forgot all about it. Well, a month went by, and this dude had done told everybody in Ashton City that his two-wheel drive Ford Ranger was going to be on the cover of a 4x4 magazine. Finally, he told us again about it, and me and Ryan looked at each other. We bust out laughing. We was like, bro, we were joking, man. Like, that was us that called you. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, for real, it's gonna be on the cover. Like, bro, that was us that called you. It wasn't about a month ago. He's like, yeah. Like, dude, it was us. You know, that we would prank call people all the time and kind of be like that too. So there was a lot of those videos. And then Ryan would just, we'd say somebody, he'd make up a rap. He made one about Willie Marsh and stuff like that. It was kind of funny. And then that's when he started being able to change, you know, I remember him starting being able to change words and lyrics and stuff like that. Me and him be riding around the truck, and a song would come on, and we would kind of keep up the same beat, but then change the lyric to it. You know what I mean? Just riding around bullshitting, and at the time we never thought anything of it. So I think the whole time we was in the construction thing, that's when Vine first started, because I think that's when MySpace was kind of was dead at that point.
He actually seen talent in me when I didn't even see talent in me. I had no idea, because you know, when I first started making all the videos and stuff, I was still working on a construction site for my family company. It was Upchuch Renovations. And, you know, he hit me up one day. He's like, kid, he's like, you're on to something. He's like, you keep making these videos and you keep gaining more and more followers, and you're just simply saying, you know, what's on your mind. There's a lot of other people that feel just like you about the same situation. And, you know, at first I kind of brushed it off. I was like, nah, I'm good. I can't be a YouTuber. I don't know how, you know. And then he coached me through it, and I told him, I was like, man, I can't quit my job. You know, what little I'm making doing this job is, you know, barely getting me through the week. And to get me for rap was just, I didn't know how to write a country song at the time. You know, I didn't even know where to start. I didn't know the structure of writing a song, but I knew how to rhyme words. So I would write rap songs just about stuff I knew. Just about shit we do out here in the country, shit I do with my buddies on the weekend. I mean, I didn't know that I was writing, you know, something. That's blows my mind. The Chicken Willie album is more of a sentimental memory to me in my career. You know, with the loss of my grandfather, that really lit the fire underneath my ass to do what I wanted to do. Right at the time between Heart of America and Chicken Willie, the albums, you know, there was a time in my life of doubt. You know, I didn't think I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, you know, with my life. I didn't think this music stuff was going to work out. And I actually thought about quitting after Heart of America came out. And, you know, I sit there and thought. And I knew if my grandfather was here and he seen the impact I was making on people, and he seen what I was doing, my team was doing, he would stand behind it 100%. And it really it boosted me back to life and just made me want to just do better and better and better and better on every project, everything I do, every lyric, every beat, everything all around about it made me want to do everything better every time. And when I thought of that, you know, the thought of him watching down on me or being here to kind of see what was going on, it really just energizes me up. And I just want to be the best now, and I ain't never gonna stop, and I ain't gonna let nobody stop me from what I'm doing. So that's why I named the album Chicken Willie, because that's his nickname. His real name is William Burgess, but he's had the name Chicken Willie forever. You know, my grandfather was a real big Gamecock fighter. You can ask about him in Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, and ask anybody who is over the age of 50 or 60 that fights chickens or has fought chickens, and I can guarantee you they know exactly who he is, and I can guarantee you they've got chickens of his bloodline still to this day.
Stuff like that, and I was like, damn, you're getting heavy into it. And I remember him giving me, between all that time, he had gave me a stack of cards. I still got a whole bunch of them too, to pass out, you know, like promote. You know what I mean? Like, look him up on Instagram or Facebook and blah, 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 blah. These cards, double-sided. And I remember I'd be driving in the road and throw a whole handful of them out the fucking window, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew somebody would pick them up, you know what I mean? Be like, what the hell is this? We'd be in Franklin, I'd throw a whole bunch of them out on the sidewalk or whatever. Whether a person picks them up, throw them in the trash, or pick them up to look at them, they seen it regardless, so that's being promoted, you know what I mean?
I remember being at